A great meeting point, convenient light meals, hot and cold beverages, or a quick snack on the go. What's your order for the day? We don't just say, we do. It's the Stain City way.
Hello and welcome to Real Talk on SABC3. The stage is yours. Today on Real Talk, we'll meet two people who are living examples that following your passion can indeed put you in the path to success. We'll meet one of the most captivating actresses of our time. As a child, she used to imitate performers on TV shows, so it came as no surprise that she was destined to follow a career in the performing arts. It certainly hasn't all been a bed of roses, but she definitely is in full bloom now. But first, this young man took up judo at the age 5, graduated to wrestling by the age 10. By the time he was 17, he had participated in his first professional bout. Today, at just 23 years of age, he has made mixed martial arts history by becoming the first pro fighter to hold 2 titles in 2 different divisions. He is the EFC Extreme Fighting Championship middleweight and welterweight champion. Please welcome Dricus Du Plessis to Real Talk. And I'm wearing his belt. It's a very heavy belt, per se.
Yeah, it's heavy. It's heavy. Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
It's the funniest because I said, hey, bring your belt. And you said, hey, belts.
Belts. I'll bring both. One for you, one for me.
Thank you. So tell me, because I want to understand why it's such a big deal for you to have the 2 titles that you currently hold.
Okay, so how it works is you fight in weight divisions, different weight divisions. 84 kilograms, 77 kilograms. This is the 2 weight divisions I compete in. So that means you are the best if you have the title in that certain weight divisions, and I went from one division to another division, but still keeping my title, so I didn't give one up. I fought in both weight divisions, so the bigger guys and the my size guys.
And I understand it's quite difficult to move from one weight to the other.
Yeah, definitely. Especially, the guys are so much bigger in that weight division. It's a 7 kilograms difference between the 2 divisions, so it's...
Dude, that's an entire baby.
Yeah. Well, that's a few babies.
It's a few babies, my word. And it must also be difficult to fight when you're such a pretty looking person, because people are like, oh, pretty boy, what you gonna do?
That happens all the time. People always
and
like,
then you hit them.
Because I have blue eyes and I'm blonde, people are like, the blue eyes, blonde guy, he's not gonna do anything. So that's my secret weapon,
Okay.
Let them underestimate me.
And then you come and you show them the smackdown.
Exactly.
Still not.
Still knocks.
Still knock.
Still knocks. That's the sleeping tablet. There we go.
Because I wanted to know what's
Still
up.
knocks, that's it.
Because you put people to sleep.
People to sleep. There we go.
It's like 40 wings.
Yeah.
Good night, all.
Yeah, there we go.
You my dude. Okay, so if you weren't going to go with still knock, which one are you going to go with?
Yeah, see, there was actually a lot of thought going into this. I couldn't come up with something. My brother actually came up with it, so... I didn't have anything to go with. I was just like, I'm just going to be Dricus Du Plessis. That's what I'm going to go for. And he was like, no, you need a stage name.
He's right.
And Still Knocks was...
Dricus Du Plessis is not scary at all.
No, not at all. So at least I have the scarier name. So yeah.
Dricus sounds like the really nice boyfriend who's the pastor's son.
Yeah, no, exactly. You said we needed to get that name. It's just, we have to.
Oh, but I mean, I know you used to winning, but I hear this weekend you didn't win.
Yeah, yes. Well, I'm actually not ready to talk about it, but I mean, we are on live TV now.
Let's talk
I
about
mean, I was backing Connor 100% of the way. I made a lot of bets, and I had all my eggs in that basket, and it just didn't go according to plan.
But do you know what it is? I think it's because you've watched Connor as an MMA fighter, and he looks like a beast inside the cage, and then it just all went south.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. He took on Floyd in his game, and I mean, we just saw this weekend again, Floyd is amazing in what he does, and yeah, I mean, it was a good fight, it was a great entertainment, and yeah, all around good fight, but yeah, unfortunately, Connor didn't win this one, but yeah, it was still pretty amazing to see.
But didn't you like the fact that it did garner interest for both sports? Is that something we can see in South Africa where you still will start challenging boxers?
Definitely. I mean, I don't have any boxers in my arsenal at this moment, but I think this fight made a combat sports all over the world just so much bigger. A lot of people in the boxing world said that this will do damage to the world of boxing, and I think it actually didn't. I think it actually generated so much more interest in the sports, both of the sports, MMA and boxing, because people who never watched boxing now watch boxing. I mean, we don't even watch boxing in South Africa. It's not even on SuperSport anymore. But now with this fight, I mean, they got this fight. How many people watched this fight? Just millions of people just watched this fight. So it was, I think it was huge, and I think it was just great for both sports to create that awareness and more people getting into the sport. You know, I think it was
So
great.
explain to us, because you are our Connor, right? Explain to us because he kept on getting penalized, Connor, for holding Mayweather from the back, because I mean that's his default setting to put you to sleep.
To try and get the guys back. Yeah, I think you know, his footwork is in a sense with MMA. Whenever you get the chance in a wrestling game, you want to get the guys back, and you know, you're in a dominant position from there. So I mean, he's so used to doing that, and you know, they got in this fight, and he was like, "You're not allowed to do that," and punch the guy behind the head. But yeah, it was, I guess, old habits die hard.
So what are you? Because I know when it comes to MMA, you are either a ground fighter or you're a kicker.
Yes.
Which one are you?
I'm a stand-up fighter. Actually, originally, I come from kickboxing background.
Okay.
And yeah, actually, most of my winners come since I started fighting professional MMA has come on the ground, because you know you have to be all-around fighter, because if you are a stand-up kickboxer guy like myself, everybody just tries to take you down and beat you on the ground. So you have to be good in all the paces of the game. You have to be able to fight on the ground, fight in the stand-up, wrestle, everything. So I see myself more of a complete martial artist than a stand-up guy or a ground guy.
That's why you've got 2 belts.
That's
why you've got 2 belts. And another thing that we need to chat about is how mentally strong you have to be. You know, yes, you can fight, but I mean, you know, but to be able to know when to go in, to look at the other person's weaknesses, their strengths, to see when they're getting tired, to get them tired, to get them mentally tired, that requires a lot of preparation from your end, no?
Definitely. I mean, I think in this sport, even more than 50% of this game is won in the mental side. I don't think physically, the mental side is definitely so much more important. You know, you can be physically strong, fit, all that, but you know, if you're mentally not ready, you're gonna lose that fight. And like a lot of the fight is even won before the fight actually happens. You know, it's not the intimidation game. Everybody's strong, everybody's fit. It's that little bit extra, you know, to get that guy to realize that you believe in yourself that much, and get him less confident, get him to doubt his own abilities. And I think, like you said, when you get in the fight itself as well, you know, the first guy who's going to break mentally is going to lose that fight.
So when you're breaking him down mentally before, do you say stuff like, "Oh, you've got knock knees," or?
I think more in the lines of maybe say, "Oh, you've got a glass jaw." You know, if this guy's been knocked out before, you say, "Oh, you can't take a punch. I know you can't take a punch," or "Now I've seen you gas. After 2 rounds, you can't fight anymore." So that sticks in his head the whole time, and you know, once he gets in the fight, that's in the back of his mind the whole time. He's being worried. Is he worried that he's not going to last 2 rounds? Can he take the punch? And while he's thinking about that, you just go for and do what you do.
You've knocked out somebody in 5 seconds.
I've knocked out somebody in 5 seconds.
Now that's not nice. What must we watch when you knock out people in 5 seconds?
Yes, I waited the whole day for that fight. I was still in my kickboxing days, and I was waiting a whole day for that fight. And we were weighing in the morning at 7 a.m. and I only fought at 7 p.m. And the fight was only 5 seconds, but I mean, that's what you want.
It's
you
like
want
you
want it to be over quickly, man.
It's like, hey, Dricus is just, okay, no, it's over.
Fight's over.
We're on our way home.
Yeah.
So isn't that disappointing for you that...
No, actually, I feel the harder I train, the shorter the fight will be. And that's what
And that's the point for you.
That's the point for me, get in, get out.
So if I wanted to rattle you, I don't know if we can we spill now? What would I say to you if I had to rattle you?
I don't think I can be rattled with a vocal. I don't think I can be rattled before the fight. I feel I have a steel-trapped mind. There's no way.
Like, there is nothing, like you don't listen to Celine Dion, I could be like, ooh, my heart will go on, like nothing.
No, I don't
There's no song you listen to that's embarrassing?
No.
You didn't play with Barbies when you were younger?
Yes, I think I did play with Barbies, but I don't think that will throw me off in the fight. I really don't.
You'll probably be like, yeah, that means my girlfriend was hot from long ago, Barbie.
Exactly. I was in touch with my feminine side from longer. I'm comfortable, man.
And you're right with it, but wait till I touch your glass jaw and then it's over.
Exactly. See, that's something that's going to be more like, no, that's offensive, so yeah.
Okay, so when's your next fight? Are you in off-season?
I just had a fight a week ago. Yeah, it was about a week ago, yeah. When I won the second round, when I fought Yannick Bahati, for the middleweight belt. And yeah, now I'm off for a while. I'll be fighting probably around December again. That's when I'll be looking to get another fight. So back to training now and just preparing for the next fight.
Training and white eggs. I heard you guys don't eat properly. Listen, thank you so much for your time. You are a champion, and you must bring this back again when you win again, ne?
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Nicely done. A very big thank you to the EFC champion, Dricus Du Plessis. For more of him, where you'll actually get to see him fighting, or if you just want to watch him in his stretchy lycras, hey, whatever floats your boat. He'll be on tonight's episode of Man Cave. He's going to take down Alex Cage. It's about time somebody does it. As boys will be boys. 9 p.m. right here, SABC3 Man Cave tonight. Do not miss it. For now, send through those voice notes, okay? Voice note. Don't call. No one's going to answer the phone. Just voice notes, because after the break, we're joined by the uber-talented International Emmy Award nominee, SAFTA winner, and one of the best radio news anchors of our time. Vatiswa Ndara will be sitting right here. Come back to us.
Her being a partner is going to be a big problem.
We could kill her.
Yes, for a moment there, I thought you were serious.
The arthritis iba wes. Onyana bambathi maniphume insangu. Intenza ndihleke njengosimo. Kodwa zibhlungu zinjalo izandla zami. Senza nantoni na endifuna siyenze. Ndiyazi umbulela uMandla. Kodwa uzimba nomxolisi bebengenaphi? Esizawuphuma.
Clementine, ngicela ubeke phansi igala.
Ndiyayazi nangalanto yenyongo yengwenya. Lulama kudala uxokisa abantu. And ubaxokisa ngento yonke, ngedivorce yakho, waxokisa undoni uba uMandla uyakubetha. Ndiyayazi nyani.
So this is it. Uzalibulala nxa uve amahemhem ngenyonga yengwenya.
Ayiyo kanti libulela abayeni bethu.
Ewe, ngoba ukaraba uvumile andithi.
Utshilo ngoba usebenzela wena.
Uqala wena loo nto.
Kutsho inyanga yakho.
Inyanga yam.
Ewe.
Clem, wabakholelwa wena.
Kahle.
Emva koyonke le nto sikhetha.
Yo, okay. I got sucked in there. Today we're in the presence of one of South Africa's most revered actresses, from roles as a manipulative cult leader way back when, if you're old enough, you'll remember Umamfundisi on Generations, to the destructive alcoholic Mirriam on Home Affairs, which earned her a SAFTA. She's always been part of groundbreaking television storylines, as with her character Noma Russia in iGazi, a role that earned her Best Actress Award just this past weekend. These days, she's 1/3 of TV's most attractive crime queens in the drama series Harvest that you just saw, but with a CV that is as long as my arm in shows like Gazlam, 90 Plain Street, Chacham, Follow the Street, and more. I man, put your hands together for Vatiswa Ndara. Finally,
ndihlela kuhlalwa njani apha?
Jonga, babes, anywhere you want, Kalong, you know.
Umba prim and proper.
Give your silhouette. So I want to talk about, first things first, this award that you just won.
Sure.
It means a bit more, right? Because people voted for it.
Yeah, it's the biggest.
Yeah.
When people vote for you.
Yeah.
And I think the most wonderful thing is that people are claiming it. They're saying, we won. I'm seeing messages and it's like, yay, we won. So it's like, we were there right through, you know, and it's such a beautiful thing to see that.
And it's so funny because I know you feel that you're typecast. You have to play an evil role. You know, people from Umamfundisi, then obviously now all the way to Noma Russia. I don't think you're a nice enough person on Harvest.
No, I'm not.
You see what I'm saying?
Not, but I think I've been lucky. I don't know why this evil thing is like following me around lately.
You look so good.
How do you make evil look good?
Because, can I tell you, when I first watched you as Umamfundisi on Generations, I was just like, your English was round. I don't know if that is the like your words. You used to speak in such a proper manner. You know, whether you were speaking that or speaking in Xhosa that. You could. It was like you were almost clinical and cold, and that's your personality. You don't live your life. You execute your personality,
yes, wow.
And I think that's why you do it well.
But at least Mirriam was not bad.
Okay.
She wasn't bad.
Mirriam wasn't bad, but Mirriam was also an alcoholic, right? And I heard when you went for the audition, You had an attitude problem on purpose because you didn't want to get typecast.
I was so upset that I got that role. So after Mamfundis, because there was a big hoo-ha, everybody was like, we hate this woman. You know, the SABC was getting calls about this Mamfundisi.
Oh, Lord.
And then I thought, no, I want to be a good person next time. Comes Home Affairs, and I'm thinking, yay, I'm going to audition the CEO role. And it was between me and Tati got that. And then my agent says, no, there's another character they want you to try for. And I said, okay, fine. She's an alcoholic. No, I don't want to do that. I'm supposed to be like Stephanie Forrester on television. That's my dream. You know?
Okay.
I've got to be like that.
Okay.
Now you're taking me to Shacks to be an alcoholic. How am I going to pull that off? I went for the audition. I'd come from a meeting. I'm in stilettos. Well, I don't wear those well. But anyway, I went in there with such an attitude that I was like, I'm just going to do this. I know I'm not going to get it.
I just don't want to
I don't
not
have
pitch,
time.
you know?
Yeah.
I'm going to do this.
Following day, oh, well done, my dear. You got the part. And I said, which part is that? She says, you got the role of Mirriam. I said, who the hell is Mirriam? The alcoholic? No, I don't want that. But yeah.
Did you not win a SAFTA for that?
I did.
Okay, so now you're on stage and you've just received the SAFTA and you're holding it in your hand and you have to deliver a speech. Obviously something is coming out your mouth, but in your head are you like, oh, to think you didn't want this role?
Yes. I really did think that. I was like so embarrassed. Deep down, I didn't share that. Like, you know, because at the end of the day, when you do get the script, you have to deliver. And there was no ways I was going to go on set and cheat myself. Do it and go full force.
You've never received training for acting?
No.
You just newsreader, radio, and then acting?
Yeah.
That's quite remarkable because you get lost in your roles. How do you do that?
I don't know. I get a script. It's the writers. The writers do it all for me. I say this all the time. It's the writers, and from that, they paint the picture for me. Because I can see, oh, this Mirriam, and now she's doing this, and she's playing in my little head, and that's it. I don't know where to go. And also, I was worried, especially for that, because people do their research well and go and sit with alcoholics. And my thing is that I'm so scared to mimic. Because I'm not gonna, it's not gonna be genuine. It's not gonna flow. So that's why I just created from what's written there.
Okay, so when it comes then to the execution process and then watching the execution afterwards, how are you when it comes to watching yourself on TV? Because I know a lot of actors are like, whoo, shame, watch me never, see me never.
I don't even watch back. I mean, on set, they'd call us, are you happy? And, I always say, okay, you didn't do that well. But the next character you get, if you have something like that, do it better.
Oh,
yeah.
So
I already know my mistakes.
Without even watching yourself?
Yeah, I already know, and I know when I feel it. I feel that emotion wasn't so genuine.
Because a lot of actors, especially in Hollywood, they're kind of migrating from movies and everyone wants to get on TV. Everyone is like, serious is the thing, serious is the thing, serious is the thing. And I think it was it Kevin Spacey? Kevin Spacey, because he was an A-list actor, Oscar for American Beauty, and then he goes and, gets into House of Cards. And he said the beauty about, being able to play Frank Underwood and being in a series is that every day I can improve him. So that's, and therefore pulling the viewers more in and in and in. Do you go through that process when you know that as, like, say, Noma Russia, you're like, yeah, you guys think, I'm about to suck you into this even a little bit more?
I never think of those processes. I'm so slow. It's just go with the flow. And follow what is required. For me, it's they give you the 13 episodes, you read through this, and it's only when I'm on set, when let's say I'm with Zikona and we discuss.
Yeah.
Where can we take it now? You know, yeah.
Okay.
So you're saying people are running away from movies? For me, it's the other way around.
You want to go towards movies right now. This is where you're going.
This is where I have to go.
Okay, so we're going to take a quick ad break. On the other side of that, the one question I want to know from you is, who makes you better on screen? Like, you know that if you're going to get into a scene with that person, it's going to be tsunami, tornado, all at the same time. And then, since you want to go into movies, who you want to act with in a movie. We'll get to your WhatsApp voice notes a little bit later, but be sure to keep all those tweets coming. Make sure you're hashtagging Real Talk with Anele. Later in the show, we'll get to meet some young innovators in the field of science and technology. We'll be right back. And welcome back. Vatiswa Ndara started out as a newsreader and has worked at the biggest radio stations from Radio Transkei, Radio Pop, Kai FM, Highveld Stereo, now 947, Metro FM, and Radio 2000. She was also one of the first presenters of SABC Africa. Her perseverance in attending auditions eventually paid off when she landed roles on Generations and Home Affairs. But she's also been called Madam President on Iao. Yeah.
You even know that one?
Of course I know that one. I even know that you were given lines in the morning for you to act them out in the afternoon.
How did you know that?
Leave me alone, girl. Me, I'm here.
You. It's a spy. No, and that's what happened. I was called that morning because I thought, I was told I didn't get it.
Oh.
I was told I didn't get it. So then this morning comes, I'm doing my own things. Kring, penduli phone, you are needed on Ihao. To do what?
Do you have a two-piece suit? Because we need you as president.
No, but this is the funniest thing. So the lady who was doing wardrobe there is told, no, Vatiswa is going to play. She tells me this, that she went into a little corner and she was thinking, how am I going to dress lo mama lo? Umdaka. And yambona nje lo mama, she's just not proper.
Unpolished.
And she must now come and play the president.
Oh, Lord.
So I get there, and she was so excited. Hello, is this Vatiswa?
Fly girl.
Yes. That was so funny for me. So, yes, I got the lines in the morning. I had to perform in the afternoon.
Does that not unsettle you, unrattle you, because you haven't gone through a process like you were saying that you know, you see it on paper and then it's like reading a book, you build the character in your head?
That was kind of a challenge, really, that day. It was a challenge, but I just thought president, stately, just bring that on. And then later I got the scripts for the rest of,
So it was the process was, you know,
backwards.
You know, started the character, build them, and then go and act it out. So who on camera makes you light pop?
They all do.
Really?
Don't you see that?
Actually, then maybe the common thread then is you. Maybe you are a self-lighter.
Really? Jeez, I never thought of that. But then you have those that you really have fun with. Then you have the ones that you act with. The ones, you have those that bring in the fun. You know, because I'm all about having fun on set. You know, because we can't follow, I have a challenge following everything on script as is. I really have a serious...
There's no flair in that.
No, because then you're going to sound staccato, I think. So, yes, you have those that bring the fun element, and then there are those, it's a bit of a challenge. But all of them have made me shine, shame.
Okay, so many actors and actresses say that acting is not acting, it's reacting.
It's feeling.
Okay.
Yeah, it is reacting. How, and this is what I try to bring. Someone does this. How would you react in real life? But now bring the frills to it, because you can't be flat on screen. So you have to bring a bit of spice and frills to yourself in how you would have reacted to it in real life.
So on that same token then, am I right in my assumption that radio, which you started out as, made you a better actress? Because radio is all about reacting, especially in the shows that you've done. Yes, you were a newsreader, but you were part of some very big shows where you were part of the team, and you know your opinion had to come in, but at the same time you're being led by the anchor, and then there's a co-host, so there's always a vibe there, and it can't be put on because it's instant. You can't repeat it. It's natural, it's authentic.
But you see, this is why I hate interviews. You ask us things we've never thought about, and you expect me to have an answer.
But think about it.
No, that's actually quite a fair way of looking at it, because you have to be there, you have to be alive. And as much as I was just doing news, rightfully so, I did the shows with like Abo Thomas, and we had to build on something, you know. But I think also I just love working with people.
That's where the strength is.
Yeah, I just love people. And so it's always that process of building this thing is always just 100%. I even say the process of making the production is even greater than seeing it on television. Oh. Yeah, that's where the fun is. That's where the meat is. Yeah. Putting it together. After that, even if you don't air it.
So you don't have the stresses of like, oh, you know, harvest is starting at 8 o'clock. Are you not like, oh, I'm switching off my phone?
I worry what people are gonna, because I've had fun with it. Are they gonna sense, or are they gonna pick up that we had fun with it? Is that gonna come through the hard work and everything else? But the real chunky meat is just putting the whole thing together.
So you would never do theater then, like monologues?
I'm too old now.
What do you mean
I'm
you're too
turning
old?
47, the brain's not there anymore.
Oh.
Yeah, lines and, yeah.
You see, and here's the thing. Look, you're 47, you started acting at 34.
I know.
Like, you were caught up as not gonna do it, eh?
You know, one would think, give up. It's never gonna, it's like wanting to be a rapper at that age.
Like, I'm 40, shorty. That's my rapper name. Remember that movie? You know 50 Cent? Well, they call me 40%. Hey, Julia. We're just having a moment. Do you know? Because at 34, many people are like, well, this is my life.
Yes. I was still going for it. And I was actually telling somebody last week, I only started with my acting at the age of 34. I got my break at the age of 34. No ways. You've been doing this for so many... No, from 2004. That was the break. And a lot of people would have really said, give up. Yeah. You know, because you have to start with these things when you're fresh, not when you're bringing wrinkles to it now.
Exactly, and also because entertainment is so obsessed with youth.
Looks and youth, and so now you've got tea bags and you still want to come to this thing. Stop it.
It's like, girl, at 34, your knees are
please
going down south, and then you come in, you come in and you kill it. When you started radio, did you know that this was the end in sight? Because you say, you know, people were saying give up, so it was something you were avidly saying.
I've always wanted to act. And that's the thing, from a young age, from 6 years, I knew I'm gonna do this thing. So why would I give up on it now? You know, and it took forever. I mean, I was rejected, I think, because of my weight. I wasn't the proper figure. I didn't have that beautiful face. I'm still working on it. But I just felt most of the time, and an agent of mine said, you need to lose weight. Oh, how am I going to do that thing? Because I even hate people talking about gym. Yeah. Don't bring that to me. I just want to act. Yeah. You know, so it eventually came with Mamfundis. I had to just keep on pushing and pushing and pushing.
Oh my word. And when you get told that you got Mamfundis, who do you tell first? Because I know your brother is the one that told your parents to let you do what she wants. Yeah. So who was that person for you?
I think I was in shock because I was in shock, and I think for a long time I didn't phone anyone. I was still living with some lady, and I told her, and then I think I told my brother. You know, he was so excited, and then he said, "Yo, kunini waifuna lendo?" Yes, you know. So yeah, and even then I didn't know it was going to be an evil role, because they were just having random auditions, and I just went. You were given a script. I was given Karabo's script. How do you attach that to Mamfundi's Karabo? But I went. Clearly, they saw something, and then I got the script of Mamfundi's. As I was reading, this is different from the vibe I had at the auditions, but I just thought, you know, go there and do it.
It's actually the first time as a kid I learned what a cult was. I was like, contract was a cult? Ain't dangerous. Listen, we'll see you on the other side of the break with Vatiswa Ndara. I was like... And welcome back to Real Talk. Vatiswa Ndara grew up getting lost in the make-believe world of some of her favorite TV shows and movies, including the 1980s smash hit film Fame. And I know that you also like watching Dallas.
Yes.
Dallas is the Ewings, ne?
Yes.
And the oil and...
Or JR, no
JR, no Bob
Bobby.
Ewing, no Sue Ellen.
No Sue Ellen.
Sue Ellen, yeah, Sue Ellen. And I heard that you do know how to speak English, but you were watching the shows.
Yes. I mean, I learned English when we got overseas, so it was vriko.
Because you think you're speaking English. Guys, it's been struggling. It's been a struggle. Listen, the tweets are coming in fast and heavy. Hashtag Real Talk with Anele. I dream of acting super powerhouses like Warren Masimola and Vatiswa Ndara opposite each other in leading roles.
Wow, I'd love that too.
Dude.
I mean...
I'm just getting goosebumps just thinking about it.
Just thinking about Warren. He's amazing, isn't he? He's really...
You two are amazing. So y'all better put something together.
Yeah.
Okay. It's hard not to look at her and not think of that witch Noma Russia. You're a bad lady. Very bad. Have you ever had like bad experiences with people in public where they think like...
Never. You know... I think because they sense the different energies.
Yeah.
Noma Russia has an energy. Vatiswa has an energy.
Okay.
So it's like, whew, you're so different from Noma Russia.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what I get.
Does your pay go up when you win awards?
Don't I wish? Don't I wish?
Shouldn't it be like that?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, well, when SAFTAs came out, I thought, now. Yo.
Call the bank, y'all.
Yeah, barely me instead.
So you ran out of jobs after SAFTAs?
After that, I mean, I wasn't working much. And there were times that I was just not working.
Is this when you went home to the Eastern Cape?
Yes.
Okay.
I went to the Eastern Cape like twice. Because...
South Africa, God.
So what is the point of these awards? So it's a struggle, and that was a very, very tough time.
Yeah.
You know, you just feel, it's like, who the hell do you think you are to ask for this kind of money? Like, but I work so hard. And I think what people need to look at also is that it's difficult to be in the public eye.
Especially in South Africa.
Yes,
Yeah.
because now you've just seen me doing Mamfundi's home affairs. Perception must be money.
Yeah.
Now I must go to Noord
And catch a taxi.
and catch a taxi. And you don't understand, as much as there's nothing wrong with that, but now you've been put at another level, which is not supposed to bother you, but it does because you're human. And your self-esteem, just, how do you bounce back from that? And then you get people, you taunted, you ridiculed, you just go through everything, you undermined. And you go through this, it's more downs and ups. And this is why this award was so special, because it was like you went through everything for the country to stand up for you at the end.
That is so profound. That is so... When you say everything, I heard that you started losing jobs because you stood up for yourself in a sexual harassment situation.
That was...
radio side.
That was radio side. That happened, and I'm very vocal, and I mean, you have to.
You have to be.
You and that's what my dad used to say, you must never give power to somebody else over your life, because then that's the end of you. And it's true, because I see that you are doing wrong, and I tell you I don't like this. And then you decide that I'm going to show you who has power. We're going to terminate all your contracts here at the SABC. And how do you survive? Now, you're only left with one contract, and that was a Metro FM contract. And Romeo was the boss at the time. He didn't terminate it, thank God. So I carried on. But now it was like, how do I sustain myself
Because
after all
also
this?
now you've just totally destroyed my revenue streams.
Yes, and it was a deeper thing because at SABC Africa, and SABC Africa was international because they were seeing it everywhere, and you have this poster there or this notice that no one is allowed to speak to Vatiswa Ndara. If you're seen speaking to her, you will face disciplinary action. And people really were starting to move away from me. But I knew it was my fight. It's your fight alone. Don't bring people into, fight your own thing and don't bring other people into it.
And where's this person now?
They've been demoted. I think they're still at the SABC.
And where are you now? Okay. That's all I'm saying. She's on Real Talk. We don't know where you are. Please, can you roll the voice note? Let's hear the question.
Anele, hello, Vatiswa Ndara. This is Trevor speaking. I want to know, have you ever been approached by an international movie cast to do a movie role, and have you ever thought of doing it, or have you ever in your plans to be an international actress by somehow?
I'm still working on that. I've been nursing all these other things.
Yeah.
Now, I hardly ever get called for international productions. I hardly get auditions for those. And I don't know why that is, but I'm hoping one day it will happen.
Are you sending your stuff there? Are they aware that there is a force that is Vatiswa Ndara?
It's not even that, Anele, it's the ones that are here at home.
Because they're the ones who send names that side, okay.
The ones here at home, when they're doing something international here at home, I never even get calls for that.
I know, you get told, oh, Cape Town, they shoot an international
Yes,
movie every week. You're like, when? I wasn't Cape Town. I didn't see anything.
So I don't know where I'm missing it because I have representatives.
Yeah.
But, it's just not happening. But the time is coming because I keep on saying that, I can't go through everything. That day is coming. Even if I'm 91, I'll still be there.
Look, if Betty Davis is still out there waking up for call time and then rocking the stage afterwards, like, you are well within your right to believe that at 91, you're going to be in a go-kart, making yourself to lot 5 to be shooting a little something with Denzel, okay?
Yes.
Do you know what I'm saying?
It's going to happen.
It's all coming through. Would you ever go back to radio?
I get this question all the time. Never say never. If someone says to me, listen.
Hey, girl.
Listen. Great offer, blah, blah. I'm there with you.
Do you have the time, though? Because there was a point when you were shooting iGazi and the Hoffers at the same time.
Yeah, that was physically draining.
I can't imagine.
Yeah.
Because you're 3 people in one day. You wake up, you're Vatiswa Ndara, and then you go, you're Noma Russia, and then you go, and then you're Clementine.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that was a tough one. And that is the problem, I think. Would there be time? Because for me, I want to be somebody else all the time, more than being...
Oh, Vatiswa.
Yeah. It's such a beautiful process. You escape all the corruption things that they talk about. So I'm comfortable with the performing.
Do you ever dream as one of your characters?
That's weird.
Don't you sometimes?
Hasn't happened.
Think about it, like you're sleeping and then like in your dream you are dreaming and you are Noma Russia.
That's scary.
I don't know, if you spend so much time like recording as him, I don't know, maybe you take a little something home.
No, I don't. I am so detached from my characters, it's not even funny. I don't know if I think the very first season, I was sitting with Abo Charmaine, we were getting ready to shoot the one scene, and I had I had a dream that Noma Russia was on stage. She was on stage.
Oh, and that's
and
what
people were applauding.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, look at what happened. Just this other day, Noma Russia was on the stage. And people were
Wow.
applauding. Okay, so we've got a few minutes left. We'll find out more about what Vatiswa feels she still needs to tick off her to-do list. Please stay with us. In 2011, Vatiswa took on a different kind of role when she embarked on a weight loss journey that has seen her embrace a much healthier lifestyle, which left fans stunned at her transformation. It's been 6 years since she made that commitment, and she has not looked back ever since, as you can tell. So apparently your mom got sick, and then you then decided through her and her journey that you are just gonna get yourself into shape.
I'm not even sure, but I think subconsciously it was because of her. When I decided to, I started going to the gym in 2005.
Yeah.
I started working out then. And I think my frustration was that I'm overweight. I'm not going to get far with this acting thing. And then I started also consulting with other people. But it was so slow because what I'd do, I'd go to the gym and buy a slab of chocolate because then I knew I'd work it out the following day. But I wasn't losing weight.
Yeah.
Duh. And then this clinic, they came to me and they said, look, we have something that really works.
Oh, wow.
And I went there, and in 4 weeks, there was a huge difference already. And I thought, okay. And, but I do think when I look at it in hindsight, it has something to do with my mom. She had a stroke at 48. She was very young. So I keep going because also I want to keep doing what I'm doing. And, so her life, was just cut short because of not looking maybe after herself. Yeah.
What could you be better at?
Me.
Is there like a long list of things? You sound like you're like, God, where do I start?
No, I think I could be better at getting more jobs.
Okay. International jobs, hey?
Yes,
yeah.
yes, we're throwing it out there. And I'm hoping, this is one of the saddest things for me, that my son, he's 26 now, he's a big man. With all the troubles that I went through, I could never spend time with him. That's it.
More time with the son. More time. Does he have children?
No.
You better bring them grandkids. Listen, a huge thank you. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for your excellence. Thank you so much for your talent. We think that you're absolutely amazing. We look forward to going to a cinema near us with popcorn and slushy. And it says, this summer, Vatiswa Ndara.
In a Martin Scorsese movie.
It is the blockbuster of the season.
Warren Masemola.
Vatiswa Ndara.
Jerry Mofogeng.
It is on.
It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. Listen, added to a long list of milestones, you can now see her on a cover. She's on the Bona cover. Go out and get it. It's a great story to read, and she looks hot. On to more greatness today, thanks to the Department of Science and Technology. Let's now meet Professor Jan Neethling and Etienne Minna from the Nelson Mandela University.
I decided to become a scientist, and I was very interested in physics, chemistry, and mathematics. Also to understand nature better, because I was very curious about the question, why are we here?
Prof. Neethling is the director at Center for High Resolution Transmission Electron Microscopy, an advanced materials research center using 4 state-of-the-art electron microscopes.
So we use electron microscopes for our research. The electron microscope uses a beam of electrons, and these electrons are moving at very high speed through a specimen. Then one can enlarge the specimen so that one can see individual atoms. These microscopes have become very advanced. We have electron microscopes that is used to look at the surface of materials, and this can include also life science materials, plant materials, fossils, and nanomaterials. And then we have microscopes that you can use to look right through the material and determine where the atoms are situated and the nature of the bonds between the atoms, defects in the materials.
The Center for High Resolution Transmission Electron Microscopy has the only double aberration corrected transmission electron microscope on the African continent, and it's doing its part in passing on the knowledge to South African scientists and students so that they are fully equipped with the know-how of all the instruments which they can in turn use for future research projects.
The microscope that you see here is atomic resolution, and it uses a special system which corrects a defect in the lens. It's called spherical aberration. And once this is corrected, it enables one to see detail that is smaller than that of the atoms. It can analyze the materials, provide information of the nature of the bonds between the atoms, phases, and many other important informations that we need to develop new materials. We also have a very special microscope, and that is called a focused ion beam scanning electron microscope. These atoms can then prepare a very small, thin slice of the material which we can lift out and then place in the high-resolution microscope for further analysis.
The center was established through a Department of Science and Technology initiative, as well as the National Research Foundation, and it's focusing on research into clean, safe energy, fuel cell and catalyst research, space science, and biotechnology, which are the key areas identified by the DST.
We operate as a national facility, and therefore we have to support the research done by many other universities as well as industries in South Africa. And also we are training highly skilled scientists who are then employed by these industries.
One of the program's success stories is Etienne, whose involvement in the program in the United States has garnered him a couple of awards and respect within the global science community. He's now working towards his doctorate and becoming a lecturer.
So this program offers lots of training for students. You don't need to be a master in anything, but you receive the necessary tuition and the training on the instruments to be equipped to be an independent researcher and to think as a scientist.
So these microscopes are very safe to use. It is sufficiently shielded by layers of lead to protect the operator and the people in the room where the microscope is being used. So we are training masters and PhD students, and also we are training highly skilled scientists who are then employed by these industries as well as other universities and research institutions.
My future plans, of course, is to be a scientist, but to be an all-round human being and to be an intellectual person, whether it is politically motivated, arts, or even in science, but also to convey my message and my teachings that I've learned through this program, whether to be at a high school or primary school, because science is a universal language, and the skills that you learn, you can transfer it all around.
After my PhD, I spent time in Germany at the Max Planck Institute, and thereafter also at other institutes across the world, where I learned from students and scientists in Europe. So I brought back all this information and then decided that what we need in South Africa is also an advanced electron microscope facility. We specialize in advanced materials for energy technologies, beneficiation of the minerals that we have, nanotechnology, biomedical transmission electron microscopy, assisting many other institutions with their research investigations.
I'm from Uitenhage, a small town. Many people live and die in Uitenhage or in the Eastern Cape for that matter, and never experiencing what's going on the other side of the world. So again, this program granted me the opportunity, and all of the students that's part of our center, to travel and to learn from the world-leading researchers and just grow as human beings.
And that's how real we get on Real Talk. To my guests, all of you tweeted, sent the voice notes, you watch every single day. We just want to say, Nkosi, I leave you with just 2 words about tomorrow. Scoop Makatini. Tell your fam, tell your friends, your neighbors, your colleagues, your goldfish is also welcome to tune in. We'll check you out tomorrow at 5 p.m. Good night.
cheeky.